Medic Mind. Motivate, mentor, maximize.
Now let's look at a typical medical career timeline. So, right now you're at college on sixth form most likely, and after that, after finishing your exams and getting a place at medical school, you will begin preclinical training. Now this usually lasts 2 years and it's a lot of theory focused learning, a lot of science, a lot of biology, that sort of thing. You will have some sort of clinical exposure, but generally it's quite small generally. Following these 2 years, you'll have 1 year where you'll have your IBSc year. Now this only occurs at certain universities, including King's, UCL and Imperial. This is usually an optional year for many, but for universities at UCL it is compulsory. There's loads of different areas where you can do your BSc, including cardiology, physiology, pediatrics, global health, management. It's really nice because it's kind of a bit of time off from the usual medicine course and it will allow you to learn a lot of new skills. For example, this year I did psychology and learnt a lot about essay writing and how to do research properly. For example, I did a dissertation and experiment looking at the effects of camouflaging in autism, and I found it really useful. So following on from the preclinical years, which will comprise of 2 years usually and an optional BSc year at certain universities or compulsory, you will have your clinical years. Now these are thought to be the most tough parts of the medical training part because it's very strenuous, it's very time consuming, and it's when you're actually in the hospital setting. These take 3 years and these are compulsory. To become a proficient doctor, you need to be able to learn a certain number of practical skills, and you'll learn these in these clinical years. At the end of your 5 years or 6 years of medical training, if you did a BSc, you'll have your elective, where you'll go abroad for 5 to 6 weeks in a different country and practice medicine there. This gives many people a real insight onto the difficulties of healthcare in other countries, and it also opens up people to a different world where they could probably have a career. And following on from this elective, you begin your journey as a doctor. The first 2 years, you'll be a foundation doctor. This is often referred to as a junior doctor, and here you'll be paid as a doctor and you'll be working in night shifts and you'll be doing rotations in loads of different specialties. These years are usually 2 years, and following that, you'll begin the first year of specialty training, which is known as CT or core training. This will be in a certain specialty. For general practice, or a GP, this special training takes 3 years. For other specialties, it takes 5 to 8 years, where following on from a CT, a core trainee, you will become a registrar. Now, all the way up to a registrar, you are still considered a junior doctor. Following on from this, you will become a consultant. Now, this will take a lot of time. Most people only become consultants when they're 40, 45. So it really is a long journey before you become a consultant. You will have the opportunity to become a locum doctor, where you work shifts in certain areas, and there is also an opportunity to work abroad. Following on from your large, long career, not just from your education and from being a doctor, you'll finally be able to retire, and where many people say you'll have peace and quiet. So picking your specialty, now it really is difficult to know what you want to specialise in. If you know already, that's brilliant. I'm in my 4th year of medical training and I still don't know. It often takes a lot of exposure to certain areas for you to decide what you'd really engage in and what you'd prefer. For now, I wouldn't worry too much about your specialty and what you want to specialise in. If you know, that's great, but if you don't, it honestly really does not matter. The Medic Mind online course is being used by thousands of UK CAT students across the UK. For £30, you can access all 150 tutorials in our online course. The course covers 4 full days of UK CAT teaching, as well as a course to help you with your personal statement and interview. You're free to ask as many questions as you'd like to our teachers, and with each tutorial you can read along using our 5 UK CAT ebooks covering 500 pages of theory and questions to guide you every step of the way.